The NCAA, pinnacle of college sports. Since 1906, the National College Athletic Association has recruited millions of athletes from various sports to compete at one of the highest levels. Thousands of hours of work per athlete, blood, sweat, tears, and full commitment, all for a discount on their college tuition and maybe some exposure from the media. Does this sound unfair? Yes, it does, yet the most skilled prospects from various sports still fall into its trap. My name's Smitty, and in today's video, we're going to discuss how the NCAA has robbed billions of dollars from athletes and what measures have and will be taken going forward. But before we get into this video, it would be awesome if you could check to see if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's completely free, takes 1 second to do, and it really helps my channel grow. Also, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and comment, as it'll recommend my video to other people through YouTube's algorithm. With that being said, let's get right into the video. More specifically, we will be talking about NCAA college basketball, but almost everything said applies to the other sports. The reason why I chose basketball is because, first of all, I like to talk about this sport on this YouTube channel, and two, because of the clashing between the NBA and the NCAA's recruitment recently. For context, let's set the scene. The year is 2003, more specifically, June 26, 2003, the day of the final NBA draft, where high school prospects could be picked. Featuring the best draft prospect of all time out of high school, LeBron James. The next year, David Stern, who was the NBA commissioner at the time, enacted the one-and-done rule for the NBA draft. This meant no high school player could be drafted, and all players would either have to play college basketball or play professional overseas for 1 year before becoming eligible for the NBA draft. Stern stated these rules were business-related and not a social program, citing the need for teams to see players perform against higher competition before they are evaluated for valuable draft picks. This is completely ironic, since everybody saw how valuable a guy such as LeBron was coming straight out of high school, producing for his NBA team immediately. Yet Stern enacted this rule because high schoolers weren't deemed valuable enough for a pick? This sounds like a load of you-know-what to me. This could have been because the NCAA foresaw many of its potential high school prospects transitioning to the NBA draft after seeing LeBron's success, and that would mean less competition in college basketball, which translates to lost revenue. To combat this, the NCAA may have been pulling the strings behind the scenes, but that's a topic for another video. So, where does the billions of dollars stolen come from? It comes from the potential NBA contracts one-and-done players could have achieved coming straight out of high school. For a player like Kevin Durant, this never ended up affecting them financially. However, it did risk their NBA careers entirely. If a player gets injured during their one-and-done season, they may never attain an NBA contract when they could have straight out of high school. But with that concern set aside, let's take a look at the salaries the one-and-done rule stole from many young prospects. Since the 2006 NBA draft, the first NBA draft that featured one-and-done prospects, the NBA has seen 77 athletes only play 1 year in college and be selected in the NBA lottery. The average lottery pick salary is $4.38 million per season, and if you multiply that by the 77 players that were one-and-done and got selected in the NBA lottery, that's over $337 million that could have potentially gone to prospects straight out of high school. But instead, these prospects got 1 year of free college tuition where they would inevitably drop out. And this is just for the sport of basketball and the NBA lottery picks since 2006. Over the entire course of the NCAA's timeline, it is very clear the NCAA has practically stolen billions of dollars from its athletes. The remainder coming in endorsements. I understand that last year the NCAA enacted a new rule where players could profit from their brand name, but this should have happened many years ago. at least before the one and done rule was enacted. So what's next for NCAA basketball? It's very clear that most of the top high school prospects are contemplating heading overseas to play a year pro, such as LaMelo Ball did, or playing in the NBA G League for a season, such as Jalen Green this year. I think these are definitely solid outlets for prospects to secure their bag early, but it's still not as good as abolishing the one and done rule. Most of the top high school prospects have shown they're valuable enough to select in the NBA draft, and I think the NBA and Adam Silver need to part ways with the idea of all of their prospects coming out of college. It's just not reasonable for the players, and those are the people pulling the weight of your league. Sure, I love seeing guys like Zion play in March Madness, but I can't ignore how twisted the system is for the players. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this situation and the NCAA. Do you think it's fair what the NCAA does to its players? Or do you think there needs to be rules enacted? Or does the one and done rule just need to be abolished? I'd love to see what you guys think, so let me know all of that in the comments. Anyways, this is Smitty, signing off.